Hey, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. The video feed got cut off, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter, really, because this message is going to be communicated no matter what. Even if I have to make a million videos about this very section, I'll do it because this is my purpose. This is what action is, taking action. So let's just focus on what matters and ignore all this noise, all this static, all this friction in the background, all this shadow, all this nonsense, all these, as I said, friction, this nonsense, this noise, this background noise, this static, and focus on what truly matters, which is the message. And infinity learning formula, as I was saying, let's go back specifically to the moment that I was just, when the video feed got cut off, which is very important, is the visions of our brain. You see, our mind energy, our true self energy, and what that means and what that represents is that very notion, that very point when we ask that why, and the why is not a clear answer. There's not an obvious answer. There's not a clear answer. There's not a clear why, a clear because, a clear reason as to why. That's when our true self steps in. You see, it guides our daily action because our brain, our mind energy, our brain, electromagnetic field of our brain is synced with the electromagnetic field of our heart and the electromagnetic field of the sun, getting all this energy so it can be more creative. We are inspired. And that's where the answer comes from. It comes from the ideas that our brain generates. You see, the imagination, the creativity, because that's exactly what creativity is. Creativity is creation. It's a creative force. Creativity comes from the brain. When we stare at the sun and open the portal and build the bridge, our DNA sequence, our DNA code, our genome gets activated. It gets activated because we are created because of the DNA, the genome. And it's infinite in nature, just like everything, because we're infinite, you see. So the answers are inside us. So by activating the gene code, we supercharge it. By our whole body gets energized by the energy of the sun coming straight into our eyes through the iris, and it supercharges our brains, it supercharges our heart, and then of course the answers start to come. And the answers are not just like, I'll give you the answer. This is what the answer is. It comes in the way of ideas. It comes in the way of creativity. It comes in the ways of imagination, in the ways of vision, dreams that we have of the future self, the individual, through the true self energy that guides our daily action. In the way of steps, actions that you have to take with our purpose, our free will. You see, we take the steps because each individual has free will. So each of us take the action that our heart is telling us to take. We follow our heart, our instincts to live, our instinct to love, which is in sync with our true self energy. So our true self energy essentially is there to guide us. And what is it guiding? Purposeful daily action. Based on what? On the dreams of the true self, the future self that is there, based on the supercharging of the DNA and the engagement of the human mind and the human heart through the portal, through building the bridge, staring at the sun and sinking in with the life of creation itself. So the visions start to pour, you see, of you, future self, your dream state. And how do you manifest your free will? With purposeful daily action. And you take action here and now, and that's how you prove free will. Because we manifest free will, we're compasses, this is who we are. And this is why this process is important. Because when we ask that why and there is no clear answer, there is no end state, there is no because, there is no reason, then we create the because, we create the reason. We create the answer. We're the discoverer. We're the creator. Because this is our very own nature. Infinity is creation itself. It created the earth. It created the sun. It created us, DNA. So we can be here and do what nature does, what infinity does, which is to create. And the mechanism of creation is love. At a biological scale. We make love. We have children. We love our creation. It's our instinct to live, to love. So they raise and the life cycle continues. Life is creation and creation is energy. So infinite and connected. So obviously every experience, every moment here and now is at learning. So that's why the name of the formula, infinite learning formula. So it's how it works, and it would always be like this. It will never change. This is our nature. We stare at the sun and we open the portal and we build a bridge, and then the ideas start to flow and we start to get the courage in our heart to take action. Heart energy, the love of the energy of creation. And what does that do? Well, what does that do? Well, very simple. It allows us to take action. Our true self energy guides our take our daily action, purposeful daily action, and we take action. We do what it takes, so we get the answer. We create the answer if there is not an answer. We imagination, creativity, visions. You see, brainstorming. Our brain just guides us. Our instincts are there for us to take action here and now because we flow with our energy or actions, and we know we're in the right direction because our energy signals that we're purposeful, we're being happy, we're fulfilled, it's meaningful. So lots of signs, all based on biological feedback, reinforcing mechanisms that are telling us you're feeling good, this is a good thing to do, this is the right thing to do, this is you're feeling good about it, this is your path, this is your journey, this is your way, your true north, your destination is on the other side. You take action and you'll get there. Have no fear, heal, love, and then you take action every day, purposeful daily action, and it gets us there. We get the answer. Eventually that why is answered. And the beauty of it is that it's not the last why, because that once that why is answered, that destination is reached, that purpose, that calling, then there is other whys, because whys never end. It's infinite. You see, it proves infinity, it proves nature. It proves the infinite nature of why by asking the why. And you only get to the next why, the next answer, the next unknown by answering the first one. Because this is a process of creation. You need to understand, be conscious and self-aware of this level before you graduate into the next level of creation. Because biology, just like infinity itself, this is a pattern of structure, it's an organized agent of creation, works in scales. And these scales are based on density, and density is based on energy and matter. So you get to that level of density, level of understanding, level of comprehension, level of discernment, level of wisdom, level of knowledge by fully understanding and grasping the concept. And you do that by creating. So you create it. And then you get to the next one, and then to the next one. And then it's an infinite process of creation. It's an infinite learning process. And the beauty of it is that we're all human. So what we do is shared. We're creators, and society benefits from our voice, from our creation. So once we find the why, and we are the examples, the leaders, the creator, the compass, the sundial, then we share with the world, and the world benefits, and the world now knows the why if they didn't know the why. And you are the creator, the facilitator, the person, the individual that through the true self energy and purposeful daily action and purposeful goals that make that dream come true. So you are an example now. And others can get to that level now. You see, scales, biologically speaking, is how it works. It's density, energy density, and it starts with why, because we're conscious and self-aware. This is the way it is. So we get to the answer, we get there, we get to that answer, we get to that level of comprehension, we get to that level of understanding through our actions. So that's why how they come together. And then we manifest that infinity, we manifest that answer, and then everyone benefits. And now everyone can just follow your journey or their own journey and get to that answer in their own terms. But there is a guide already. You created the guide. You got us there in the first place. It's just beautiful. It's just the way it is and the way it would always be. This will never change. This will never change. This is just the way it is. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. It truly is beautiful. It's our nature. It's who we are. Is the nature, our nature, it's our nature, it's who we are, it's who we are, it's our very own nature. So, and we do this, and this never ends, because infinity is forever, it's infinite, it's endless, it's boundless, it's just eternal. So that's why we're eternal, that's why we're infinite eternal compasses, infinite eternal creators, infinite eternal sundials, because of this very notion, why? And we understand that because we're conscious and self-aware. It's a mechanism of creation at an infinite scale. And we manifest that through action. So that's exactly what it is. So this is an infinite learning formula. So let's break down the formula. Let's talk about the formula. So it's a very simple formula. It's very basic, elegant, and simple. So it starts with the quality of questions. Why? Why has the highest value in terms of power, in terms of intellectual inquiry? Because of the purity of it, is infinite in nature. So it's the quality of the question, right? Why is always a quality question. No matter the context, no matter the circumstance, when you ask why, it's always a quality question, always. Because it's a root cause. You want to understand the origins, you want to understand the reason, you want to understand the because of this specific situation, whatever it is, you're learning, right? So when the quality of question is why, then you're learning. You're learning, it's the learning formula. You're asking the origin, the source, the genesis of something, the root cause, the because, the reasons. So that's just the way it is and the way it always be. So it starts with the quality of questions, why, and over. So there's a denominator. So quality of questions over the quality of answers. And the quality of answer is always how. You can only measure quality if you know how to do it, if you can actually create it, you replicate it through principles and behaviors, action. So the quality of questions, why, over the quality of answers. And the answer is always the reason, the because. The answer comes as a byproduct of the question itself, because you need to ask a question to get an answer. So the answer is always how. So that's why, how, they come together. You see, the question and the answer. And that's why infinity is incredible, because when you ask a why and there is not an answer, then it's your job to create. That's your purpose, true self energy. Compass comes into motion and you follow your heart and you take purposeful daily action. Why purposeful? Because it's why. Your purposeful action is so you get to an answer. You have a question, your dream, you want to get there, you have a calling, an opportunity, you have an object that you want to reach, or whatever objective. It's just beautiful. It's just the way it is. Target, goal, you name it. Dreams, they come true through action, purposeful daily action, free will. We flow, we're energy, we flow. And the hints are always emotional hints. You see, we're biological, we're sentient beings. So we feel with our heart. So if we're taking the right actions, our heart's going to tell us, follow our hearts. You see, you feel good. This is purposeful action. You're meaningful. It's meaningful, it's fulfilling, do it, you're happy about it, take action, it's energy. You see, you flow with the energy, emotionally speaking, because out of scale of density, biologically speaking, we create with our hearts. So emotions are important, they're the signals, they're the signs, they guide us. So this is it, quality of questions, why, divided by the quality of answers, how. And then you time that, you multiply that times the number of actions, you see, because you ask a question, and then the quality of answer is a how. So this is how you go about it, action. But then to really get to the answer, you need to multiply that equation, that process, by the number of actions. Purposeful daily action, you see, true self, energy, free will, we manifest free will. So that's exactly how it works. So it's quality of questions, why, divided by the quality of answers, how, times the number of actions. The actions that we take, the hows. So to our what, to our dream, to the answer, to our purpose. So they come together. That's the equation. It's very simple. The quality of questions, why, divided by the quality of answers, how, times number of actions. That's all it is. It's the actions that you take. It's purposeful daily action, purposeful goals. Results, purposeful life over time and energy. You see, so simple. It's that simple. That's how we learn. That's the infinite learning formula. And then that equals the answer, right? The why, the because, the purpose, the dream, the calling. Results equals results, and that's the result speed. And what's the result speed? Well, the result speed is literally the amount of effort that you put into it. The frequency, the bandwidth of energy is the bandwidth of energy that you put. It's the bandwidth. How much energy, how much effort, how much frequency, the ampere, like how wide is your frequency, the bandwidth of it. How wide is your frequency? Because you can have a very small focused one activity, one thing, then you get a specific result. But if you increase the bandwidth of it, the ampere, the hertz, and increase the frequency and the vibration of it through your thoughts and your love and your actions, then the results will be faster because of your bandwidth. Your throughput is higher because of frequency, vibration. And how do you increase your frequency, your vibration, your bandwidth, your impact, the speed of throughput, the results, the end, right? Through love, because love is the mechanism of creation. And how do you increase your love for yourself? Self-love. Loving others, loving yourself, loving what you do. And that's energy. Purposeful results, purposeful life, purposeful energy. You see? Purposeful life, purposeful goals. It's all part of it. They all come together. Why? Because we're taking action, you see? And the action comes from the heart. We create with the heart. Biologically speaking, we feel good about it. And how do we make sure that our hearts are strong and powerful and we supercharge them daily? Electromagnetic field of creation. We build a bridge. We open the portal. We open our eyes, open our hearts, open our minds, stare at the sun, open the portal, and then we get in sync. You see, we have this relationship with our creator, the sun. The electromagnetic field of the sun gets in sync with the electromagnetic field of the heart and the brain. And that's called building the bridge. So the information, bidirectional, sending and receiving signals, all that information supercharges our brain, supercharges our heart. So we know that we can take the actions, face adversity, do all these things, this healing that is required. So we can actually focus on our true self energy and take action here and now. And that's how it works, and the way it would always be. This will never change. This is who we are. This is our nature. We're light spherical beings. So that's what it is. So the result speed is that, because we're energy, we increase our energy density through throughput. And the way we do an increase in throughput is by consciously putting the love energy behind it and taking actions that are more powerful, because love is the power of creation. So at a biological scale, so when we love our creation and we take purposeful action, the impact is much more profound, because we're essentially waveform. It's our nature. We're molecular. We're a structure. We're a particle, biologically speaking. But our nature is infinite energy, because of the resonance of the electromagnetic field of the heart, of the heartbeat. So because of these, our impact is through frequency and vibration, resonance, oscillation. And we do that through our actions. Our body moves, movement, stimulation, and then we take action, purposeful daily action. So that's what Compass is, you see. That's who we are. So, and when you understand these, then you understand that there is no limits, because we're infinite. So we can reach higher level every time. Our whys would always be higher. Our purpose would always be higher. And our action, or how, would always be there, making sure that happens, that it gets manifested through free will and purposeful daily action. Because of our nature, electrical nature, electromagnetic field of creation, our frequency and our vibration through our actions, the wavelength, shatters fantasies and illusions, rendering them obsolete. Why? Because these fantasies and illusions are just static. They're friction. You see, they're background noise. They're just low-level vibration. They're inert. They have no life. They're lifeless forms. They're just there because it's unaddressed, repressed energy, emotions, feelings, memories, trauma that we experience in our lives through events in the past. And we haven't addressed. So it's energy in our background, in our unconscious, the shadow that is holding us back. So we need to release that energy. We need to release it, to discharge it. And we do that through focus, love, and energy, so we can heal, recover. So all that energy gets dissipated. It just ceases to exist. It gets disintegrated. So we can use that energy that frees up towards more love, more creation. And we get to higher levels of results, higher end states. And we'll reach our destinations, purposeful lives, results, purposeful goals. It never ends, because we're infinite. As long as there is a heartbeat, as long as there is life, we are infinite in nature. All humans, the human race collectively, light spherical beings. So we just go and create and share that message and contribute it to the world. And we're leaders and examples. You see, we defenders of the Republic of Planet Earth, and this is why we are the citizens of the Republic of Planet Earth, and this is who we are. This is our nature. So this is the message today. It's a very powerful, beautiful message, because it's the truth. It's based on objective reality. It's who we are as a species, as a human race. This is our nature. This is who we are. Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. All I do, my dream is making sure that I share the message with you so you understand who you are. We're light spherical beings, these infinite creators. This is our nature. So please refer to the visual and understand it. Infinite learning formula, quality of questions why divided by the quality of answers how times number of actions equals result speed. One more time, quality of questions why divided by the quality of answers how times number of actions equals result speed. The result that you see, once you get to that level of speed, light speed, energy speed, throughput, bandwidth, once you get to a certain level of action, flow, energy, then your answers would always come faster, because you're resonating at a higher frequency. So the whys would come faster. Your creations will happen faster. They will materialize faster. You manifest your creations faster because you have more energy, more love to create faster. So the answers come faster. The imagination, the bandwidth of it. You see the portal, the creativity force is faster. So you create faster, you create more often. And the answers are accurate because you are a creator. Your purpose is an alignment, purposeful life, purposeful results, purposeful energy, purposeful love, purposeful goals. So remember, purposeful life is a life of results based on purposeful goals over time and energy, because this is who we are, light spherical beings. So the answers will come faster, and then you can create a much powerful creator to infinity, because we're infinite eternal creators. This is who we are. Love you all with all my heart, with all my might. Love you all. I will be making more videos today.